Sometimes I'll be like, this seems too good to be true. He's so sweet to me, but now I've accepted it. I actually love it so much that it just makes me want to give him that support and that love back. It's safe to say I feel much safer doing that now, and I like it. So this was also a moment in my life where I had fluctuated in weight. And I'm very honest with the people on my team. So I didn't want to wear anything tight. And then I tried this dress on and I felt so beautiful. It definitely highlighted this area a lot. But it was I felt like a Barbie doll. As I got older, I'm trying to mix fashion with comfort. So I remember I wore sneakers with this outfit and went to dinner with my friends. And I remember I felt beautiful. This I felt so good in. I actually had a whole idea for this outfit. I tried it on. We made it a bit shorter, which was fine. I loved it that way. And when I came in with my team, we designed this together. I may not be fluent, but I'll never forget where I came from and where I'm from.
Do you still speak Spanish?
Not fluently, because I got my first job at 7 and I immediately, was, saying everything in English. But to reconnect to that has always been really important to me. I released a whole album in Spanish. And, having the opportunity to do this was really special for me. So I love getting in touch with that side.
Was it difficult?
No, it was really
not to act and
No, it was really comfortable. Yeah, it felt really comfortable for me.
എനിക്ക് 16 വയസ്സുള്ളപ്പോൾ കണ്ടുമുട്ടിയത് ഒരുമിച്ച് ജോലി ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. ഞങ്ങൾ പരസ്പരം കണ്ടുമുട്ടിയത്. അത് നല്ലതായിരുന്നു. എനിക്ക് ഒറ്റ ചങ്ങാതിമാരെ പോലെ ആയിരുന്നില്ല. അവൻ തമാശക്കാരനാണെന്ന് ഞാൻ കരുതി. ഞാൻ തമാശക്കാരനായിരുന്നു. ഈ വ്യക്തി വളരെ തമാശക്കാരനാണ്. പക്ഷേ എനിക്ക് അതിൽ ഒന്നും തോന്നിയില്ല. ഞങ്ങൾ ഉടൻ തന്നെ അവിവാഹിതരായി വീണ്ടും ഒന്നിച്ചു. അത് ക്യൂട്ടാണെന്ന് അറിയാവുന്ന ആരെങ്കിലും എനിക്ക് വിളിക്കാൻ ഞാൻ അവനോട് ആവശ്യപ്പെട്ടു. അവൻ പറഞ്ഞു, "ഓ, ഈ അത്താഴ രാത്രികൾ ഞങ്ങൾ കഴിക്കാറുണ്ട്. നീ വരണം." ഡബിൾ ക്വോട്ട്. പിന്നെ അടുത്ത കാര്യം, ഞങ്ങൾ ഡേറ്റിംഗ് നടത്തുകയാണ്. അവൻ തുടക്കത്തിൽ തന്നെ ഭയന്നിരുന്നു. കാരണം അവൻ പറയും, "ഇത് ജോലിയാണ്. ആളുകൾ ദേഷ്യപ്പെടാൻ പോകുന്നു." ഡബിൾ ക്വോട്ട്. എനിക്കൊരു
There's goods and bads of being in the industry at a young age. Though my life was that way, I just chose to accept it and try to do my best with my work. It has been a bit of a challenge to transition. Sometimes people want me to stay in a place that I'm just not anymore. And I'm happy and I'm just doing the things that I love now. I would say I am very, very grateful for my family. And then it would be probably this show. And I'm grateful for, being in a really healthy, wonderful relationship. So I have a lot. And my sister.
I think Benny might question the order of the It starts with I have the greatest person who does hats.
Right.
Then I guess and Ben. And then
My list is the same, but put not in front of everything.
Get out of here.
The Golden Globes red carpet didn't just witness a beautiful fashion moment, it witnessed a calculated power move. When Selena Gomez stepped into the spotlight wearing a dress that took over 300 hours to create, it wasn't about elegance alone. It was about pressure, legacy, and a designer with everything to prove. Because what most people didn't realize in that moment was this. This dress wasn't just made to be admired, it was made to send a message. And by the end of the night, that message was impossible to ignore. The second Selena appeared, the energy on the carpet shifted. Conversations stopped mid-sentence, cameras adjusted angles. Reporters forgot their next question. Even though she was walking in as a 5-time Golden Globe nominee for her role as Mabel Mora in Only Murders in the Building, and that accomplishment instantly became background noise. All eyes locked onto the gown. Not because it was loud or over-designed, but because it carried a presence that felt deliberate, controlled, almost intimidating. And that raised a question no one was asking out loud yet. Why did this feel bigger than a normal red carpet moment? That question becomes even more interesting when you realize the timing couldn't have been riskier. This wasn't just another awards show. This was the first major award season appearance for Chanel under its new creative leadership. Matthew Blasey had just taken the helm of one of the most iconic fashion houses in history. Every move he made was being scrutinized. One wrong look could have set the tone for years in the worst possible way. And instead of playing it safe, but he placed that pressure squarely on one person: Selena Gomez. That choice alone told the industry everything it needed to know. Selena isn't just a celebrity who looks good in couture, she's someone who carries cultural weight. She's grown from a child star into an actress earning critical acclaim, a producer shaping projects behind the scenes, and a businesswoman running $1 billion beauty brand. She understands visibility, she understands stakes, and she knows how to hold a moment without forcing it. But even with that, what Chanel put her in was a gamble, because the dress itself was anything but simple. At first glance, the gown looked restrained. Black velvet, clean silhouette. No wild colors, but that simplicity was deceptive. Once the cameras started flashing, the details revealed themselves. What more than 200 handcrafted floral elements were layered across the dress, cascading off the shoulders in a way that created movement with every step Selena took. These weren't decorative add-ons. Each flower was individually shaped using feathers, organza, and silk chiffon, materials chosen not just for beauty, but for how they behave under harsh red carpet lighting. And this is where the story gets interesting, because the Chanel artisans spent a combined 323 hours constructing this gown. That's not marketing fluff. That's days and nights of handwork using techniques passed down through generations. Every stitch had to disappear. Every flower had to sit perfectly. If even one element shifted the wrong way, the entire illusion would collapse. But that risk was the point. Chanel wasn't trying to blend in. They were testing whether true craftsmanship could still dominate a red carpet obsessed with spectacle. What most people missed was how calculated the fabric choice was. Velvet is notoriously difficult to work with, especially under bright lights. It absorbs and reflects light at the same time, creating deep shadows and sharp highlights. On camera, that can either look breathtaking or completely unforgiving. Combined with three-dimensional florals, the fabric choice turned the dress into something sculptural. It didn't just sit on Selena's body, it reacted to her movement. Every step created subtle shifts in texture, making the dress feel alive. And then there was the structure. The gown was built around a bustier construction, a strapless design that relies entirely on internal support. That means precise measurements, hidden boning, and tailoring so exact that even slight discomfort would have been visible on camera. For a long ceremony under hot lights, that balance is everything. Too tight, and it restricts movement. Too loose, and the structure fails. Chanel got it exactly right, and the off-the-shoulder floral placement wasn't just aesthetic. It framed Selena's neckline and face while adding drama without heavy fabric weighing her down. This is the kind of design work that separates fashion from costume. Nothing about the placement was random. The flowers guided the eye. The silhouette balanced strength with softness. And the result was a look that felt romantic without being fragile. That balance mirrored Selena herself. Someone who's learned how to be vulnerable in public while maintaining complete control over her narrative. And her styling choices reinforced that intention. Instead of competing with the dress, everything else stayed refined. Black pointed slingback heels elongated her silhouette without pulling attention away. Chanel high jewelry added controlled sparkle. Earrings and rings chosen to complement rather than overpower. High jewelry isn't about excess, it's about restraint. One-of-a-kind pieces designed to elevate a look quietly. And that restraint was exactly what made the entire ensemble feel expensive in the truest sense of the word. What made this moment even more powerful was how different it was from expectations. Selena's character on Only Murders in the Building is famously associated with mustard yellow. Fans almost expected a playful nod to that. Instead, Selena stayed firmly rooted in her personal style. She's always gravitated toward black and white, toward timeless silhouettes rather than trends. And on a night when everyone else seemed to be chasing attention, she proved that confidence doesn't need volume. That confidence didn't come out of nowhere. This was her 5th Golden Globe nomination. She knows the rhythm of these nights. She knows how to walk, where to pause, when to move. She understands how dresses photograph from every angle because she's lived under that lens for years. That experience allowed her to trust the garment completely. And when a wearer trusts a dress, the result is something you can't fake: ease. For Matthew Blasey, this night was about more than a single look. Taking over Chanel isn't just a design job, it's stewardship of a cultural institution. Founded by Coco Chanel herself, the house carries a legacy that defines elegance for generations. Every creative director is measured against that history. Blazy needed to show that he could honor tradition without being trapped by it. And instead of announcing that vision with words, he let the craftsmanship speak. Choosing Selena as the face of that message was strategic. She represents modern celebrity, not fleeting fame, but sustained relevance. She builds brands. She produces stories. She uses her platform intentionally. That aligns perfectly with where luxury fashion is heading. Houses aren't just selling clothes anymore. They're selling values, identity, and longevity. And Selena embodies all three. The reaction proved the risk paid off. Fashion insiders immediately praised the gown's construction. Nama critics highlighted its balance of classic Chanel codes with contemporary edge. Fans shared close-up shots of the florals, amazed that something so detailed could still feel effortless. This wasn't a dress people scrolled past. It demanded attention without begging for it. And that's what set it apart from the dozens of other gowns worn that night. There's also a deeper layer here that often goes unspoken. In an era dominated by fast fashion and mass production, a gown requiring over 300 hours of handwork feels almost defiant. It reminds people that true luxury is slow, it's expensive, and it's built on human skill, not speed. Chanel maintains ateliers where these techniques are preserved, but doing so is costly and increasingly rare. Nam seeing that level of craftsmanship on a global stage isn't just beautiful, it's a statement about what the brand values. This moment also quietly positions Selena as a fashion authority in her own right. She's no longer just wearing clothes. She's curating moments. Her choices influence trends, inspire designers, and shape how elegance is perceived today. And when a celebrity reaches that level, the relationship between house and wearer becomes symbiotic. Selena gains an iconic look tied to a major career moment. Chanel gains visibility, credibility, and emotional connection through someone people genuinely care about. As award season continues, there will be bolder colors, riskier silhouettes, and louder statements. Some will trend for a week, some will fade by the next show. But very few will carry the quiet confidence of this Chanel creation. Those 323 hours are visible in every photograph, every angle, every step Selena took that night. This wasn't about shock value, it was about precision. And for Matthew Blazy, it was the perfect opening chapter. First impressions matter more in fashion than almost anywhere else. Starting his Chanel era with a look that feels both timeless and forward-looking sets a powerful tone. Early reactions suggest he's exactly where he needs to be. Not chasing headlines, but creating moments that linger. In the end, this night will be remembered not just for who won awards, but for how a dress redefined what red carpet power looks like. Selena Gomez didn't just wear Chanel, she embodied it. And if this is only the beginning of what this partnership has planned, then the fashion world should be paying very close attention.